Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Let me introduce myself. I'm Omkar Shinde, your host for this particular interview. I want to welcome you all to the first episode of interview series brought to you by Industry Inspire Talks. So talking about interview series, it is a series where we invite people who have interned at companies and converted that internship opportunity into a full-time job offer. Our guest for today's interview is Ritvik Deshpande, who recently completed his software development internship and also got a pre-placement offer from JP Morgan. So the whole video is going to be interesting. Make sure to stick around, and I hope that this video will help you in your specific career as well. So without wasting further time, let's proceed towards the interview. Hi Ritvik, and I want to thank you for giving your time and coming here and speaking about your experiences. And welcome to the first episode of Industry Inspire Talks. Can you tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, hello Omkar. Yeah, it's also a great pleasure for me to join you in this interview in industry inspired talks. That is an interview series where you are sharing, you are discussing the industry experiences of various students, and it's really great for me to be the first one in your series, and it's a really great initiative. And thank you. It's really my pleasure to join you. This is also my first. This is also the first time I'm doing such an interview. So as you said, as you asked, so hi guys, I'm Ritvik Deshpande. I just completed my BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from VNIT Nagpur. Right now, I'm placed at JP Morgan as a software developer. Apart from that, I was a really good student at my college, and my average CGPA was around 9.22. As a coder, I'm really involved into the full stack development of things. That is focusing on web development and Android app development. And I've been part of many such clubs. And also my work related to the company as well as in the internship is focused on these aspects as well. So yeah, you can call me a sort of full stack developer because I've been doing most of that in my college life.
That's great, Ritvik. That's a nice description, and I hope that you all know about what Ritvik is doing right now. Ritvik, can you now tell me about your college life at VNIT Nagpur? Like some words about your college life.
Yeah, so as you know, the life of an engineer is really exciting, as you see in the movies, and it's really true, especially when you live away from home in a hostel. It really, just apart from the technical skills and academics, it really helps you in socializing, forming new friends, forming groups, and studying accordingly. So engineering life was great. The 4 years, as you know, as everyone posts or writes about them, are really unforgettable. Just like it was the same case for VNIT as well. The peer group was really great. You find that so many students are so much better than you, coming from different places. Some are coming from such small places, and yet they are so talented. It's really great to see. And such diversity is generally found in national colleges, or like IITs, NITs, or so everyone should once try and stay away from home in a hostel to learn these things. Apart from that, the professors at VNIT were really good, especially from the CSE department. They really helped us. They nurtured us, and to be honest, yeah, before joining engineering as a computer science engineer, I really had no background of coding. So it was everything was a new start for me. So initially, as in every engineering college, the first year is common for everyone. Okay, so there are subjects like physics, chemistry, maths, engineering, drawing, etc. But the real emphasis on coding started from the second year. And so the professors were really good. They were quite supportive, and it, the basically the transition from having zero knowledge about coding to doing such projects was a smooth one, I can say, through
That's
VNIT.
great.
And it's not just about the professors actually. Like the peer group also makes a difference. Like fortunately, I would say my peer group was really good. and all of them were really hardworking and really talented actually. And
Yeah.
many stages they also helped me in this transition.
Yeah, that's great. So I like get your point of view because I am also an engineering student and staying away from home is
Yeah,
really tough to maintain a good CGPA, to maintain good connections with your professors. So it's really great. And you, as you talked about, like you know nothing about coding, and then you started coding in second year. First year was common to you. So when did you first fell in love with coding? When did you discover that what does the magical lines of code can do? Like build products for the society, and when
actually I would like to quote from one of a series that a coder had proclaimed in that series, that all this beautiful coding, it's not just magic, it's talent and sweat. So it really
I
it
agree with
really
you.
struck me. Yeah, it really struck me in the second and third year. Okay, so initially as we just started in the second year, the transition phase, it was more or less quite theoretical. Like, we started with data structures and algorithms. We started with introduction to web programming that time, that is HTML, CSS, PHP, etc. But all these are very basic foundation steps, and I was always curious, like, okay, how do these huge companies, Amazon, Google, etc., I mean, how do they build such huge products with, you know, such trivial, like, not trivial, but how do we apply this basic fundamental knowledge into something practical, something which becomes a live project?
Yeah,
So
true that.
the whole of second, yeah, the whole of second year went in that, we we made our foundation strong. But actually the real joy, or as you asked, that I fell in love with coding, was in the third year when I actually implemented something that went live. So we
Wow.
all I had developed an Android application for the technical fest of our college. Using that app, people could get information about the whole fest. They could register online on the events using the app. They could contact the necessary core team members of the technical fest, and we could also collect other information about the participation for every event in the technical fest. And this app went live on Play Store, and we had around 1,000 users. And so that time I
Wow, that's
actually,
great. That's great. 1,000 is a big number, so that's great.
yeah,
So you have
yeah,
made
so that,
contributions to the college as well.
yeah, so that time I really felt like, yeah, this is it. I'm on the correct path, and I really love to continue in this, because it's like bringing a change, making things more efficient using code
Yeah.
is the best feeling you can have. And that's
Yeah.
when I really fell in love with coding.
Yeah, you like it's great. It's really great what experiences you shared right now. And talking about you, like you participated in the Smart India Hackathon 2019 and 20, and you were one of the finalists. So can you tell me more about your Smart India Hackathon experience? What projects did you build, and how were they functioning, and what? Tell me something about your projects, like Smart India Hackathon project.
Yeah, so the Smart India Hackathon was a really great initiative that is started by the government. It started in 2017. So we participated in the 2019 and 20th edition. So after having gained this basic knowledge, about Android app development, building a live app, so we decided to participate in this hackathon to use these skills in order to judge how well we can compete on a national level. So we participated in the 2019 edition of the Smart India Hackathon. Our problem statement was that uh, we had to detect the vehicles that are entering or leaving the society. We had to detect the number plates of those vehicles and inform the particular users that whether their vehicle has entered or exited from that residential society. And this all this process of automation and notifying the users was through an Android app, which the user would have, and he would get notifications. He could add his vehicles, sign in, add guests, etc. So we basically developed an app, and on the back end we used the few of the machine learning techniques like YOLO object detection, etc., which did the backend processing of number plate detection, that is object detection, number plate detection, and sending the required notification to the backend server. That was the Firebase, and through this, the user received the notification. So this was a really new project for us, and it was really a great challenge, and we really enjoyed it. Like, it was not, it was stressful obviously, but it wasn't a burden. It was a fun journey for us. We learned a
Yeah,
lot of things.
ultimately the best thing about like the experiences you gain, it makes you learn something. Okay, so that's great.
Yes,
Anything you build,
yes,
even if it fails or even if it is successful, it will give you some learning. So that's great. You contributed
yes.
in the college. You did like participated in the Smart India Hackathon, and this project you talked about, you did it for 2019 or 20.
Yeah, this was in the 2019 edition,
Okay, that's great.
and fortunately we won that edition. Like
Wow,
we,
congratulations,
we
Ritvik.
won yeah, thank you. But as you said, the most important benefit of this was we learned a lot of things. Like, it was a one thing of winning was it was a confidence booster, but the main thing that I actually learned a lot of things in a very fast, like it was a very fast process, fast paced process. And so that's what I really liked about this concept of hackathon, that you can really learn new things at a fast pace, at the same time implement it on something which will go live in future. So as you asked in the on the second time, that is in the 2020th edition, we participated. This was after all the placement season, when everyone had cleared the placement season, and this time it was purely like we had an experience of the previous year. So this time we tried to aim for something bigger and a more complicated statement. So we had to develop a product to build a totally paperless office for a government institute, and where all the official activities of signing, approving documents uh, were through were through our online portal. And the best part about this was we used really new technology, like not just pure HTML, CSS, but using a front end development server like React, and the backend server like Spring, which is used, which are the most commonly used tools in the industry today, developed by Facebook. So it was really good, as a pre-preparation for our actual job. It really trained, like using these new tools really helped us a lot, which was one of the benefits, as I mentioned earlier, that hackathon helped us in learning and grasping these concepts really quickly.
That's great. That's great. And it was an overall, it was an amazing experience. So, talking about our next question, did you ever thought of working with JP Morgan? Like before getting the opportunity, did you ever thought that you could get into JP Morgan?
uh, to be honest, I never had this, I really never had a really clear idea, like what is my dream company or where I will aim at. Uh, in my second year, the seniors had advised us regarding how to prepare for the internship and how to bag an internship so that we can work hard and convert it into a PPO. So initially, we were training in our entire second year about for this internship, for to cracking the internship interview. And initially, like uh, we initially only we found out that on day one, three investment banking companies were coming for recruitment for internship, and in these three, one of them was JP Morgan. So I aimed for that, so that everyone basically aimed for getting selected into the day one companies. And so fortunately it clicked, and I cracked the interview, and I got selected for the internship for JP Morgan.
That's great. Congratulations, Ritvik. And tell me
Thank you.
something about your interview experience with JP Morgan. Like once you got to know that you got like JP Morgan is providing you this opportunity to intern for them as a software development engineer. How was your interview experience? What all questions did the interviewer ask, and what? Tell me something about the rounds and everything. How was it?
Initially in our second in our second year summer vacation, we prepared for all these type of internships. So the first round is generally the screening test. That is, you have to solve two coding questions in 1 hour on an online platform known as HackerEarth. Okay. So initially we were preparing for the screening test, solving various types of difficult questions so that it will help us to clear the initial test. So JP Morgan held the screening test and I was selected uh, along with I guess 10, 12 more people. After that, after clearing the screening test, then there are 3 rounds of interviews. So each of the rounds are divided. Like the first round was purely technical. The second round was more based on lateral thinking and puzzle solving skills. And the third round was more of an HR round. So in the first round, they asked me about whatever projects I had done, uh, about my academics, about my CGPAs. Apart from that, like they asked me that how well I knew Java, etc. So like in these interviews, it was very important to be honest. So the more honest you are, it's better, and especially regarding your technical skills. So that time I was not very proficient with Java, and I honestly answered that you could rate me as around 6 on 10 in Java, and in future I would learn more. So apart from that, in the second round, they ask, as I said, lateral thinking questions or puzzle solving questions similar to those of the CAT exam or any other exam. So I cleared those puzzles successfully. And in the third round was a purely HR round, which we all should prepare these sort of questions like what are your strengths, your weaknesses, uh, what kind of situation, how do you handle pressure, then why do you want to join the company, etc. So as I mentioned earlier, the peer group really helped me. Like we all together prepared for all these questions. We together had done preparation accordingly. Like we had advised each other like these were your strengths. What we feel that these are the strengths of our friend or weaknesses. So that entire summer where we prepared together as a group for all this really helped me that time, and especially these HR questions and other, where you have to describe yourself, etc. really helped me in cracking that interview.
That's great. That's great. And like the next question I want to ask you is, once you were selected for the, like in the interview, where did they give you the internship role? Like at which office? JP Morgan office.
Yeah. So uh, I was assigned to the CIB line of business, that is corporate and investment banking line of business, and my office was in Mumbai at Powai. So yeah, the internship was from May to till July, where I was assigned on a project, and I was also assigned a manager as well as a buddy from the same team.
That's great. That's great. And what like how was your intern experience there at JP Morgan?
Yeah, the internship experience was really great. Like actually how things work in industry, what are the pressures, the deadlines, and how your product will be beneficial to all the other people in the industry. All these things you get to learn, and especially like you get to learn a lot of discipline. Like your life or your entire way of working is very disciplined in that industry. There are various fixed deadlines and many protocols or compliances like which you cannot afford to break, or which you have to obey at any cost. So basically it helps you gain a lot of discipline, as well as not just in the protocols but in general the way you should work towards a particular project, how you should first design, analyze, and then implement your code. So these were one of the many things which I learned. Basically, how to be very well organized while working on a project.
Yeah, that's great. And you also mentioned you had a manager and a buddy. So, how did
Yeah.
JP Morgan treat you as an intern? How did, like, tell me something about the work culture at JP Morgan?
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, as a newcomer, they really accepted me, made me feel really comfortable, and uh, the buddy and the manager, they really helped me initially to get on with, to get used to the things, to be comfortable with the softwares they were using, etc. And the buddy was like he was just a few years senior to me, so he really, I could really connect with him, and he helped me many times, like on many of the new technologies. If I had any trouble, he really helped me, and helped me smoothly through my entire internship process. So it was really good.
So that is a kind gesture. Like people there at JP Morgan, they are very
Yeah,
welcoming with
yeah, they
the
are
interns.
very
They
help.
help them.
Yeah, there is
Yeah,
no such any hierarchy or anything. Like it is really open, and everyone is really helpful.
yeah, that's great. So it was a nice experience like you had with JP Morgan. So just just a few words about your roles and responsibilities as an intern. Like how many hours a week you were working at JP Morgan?
So I was actually assigned a really purely technical project, and it was basically developing a Flask application. Uh, so uh, my buddy really guided me well through it, and uh, as you asked, like we worked we worked from around 9:30 to the to evening 8:30, so around 10 hours. And but they ensured that you are not overworked. Like they always stressed on the fact that you should have a work life balance, because like well, they didn't overwork me at any time. So, and we comfortably managed to complete that project with, as the buddy really, as the buddy and the manager both were really helpful. The developing a Flask application, like Flask was a totally new web framework for me. I'd never worked on it, so over there also the transition was very smooth.
That's great. And if you were to describe whole intern experience in one word, what would it be?
Yeah, it was really exciting. That would be the best word, exciting and new. So
Okay, so that's really great. And like next question is, I want to ask you that on what basis, what skills did you possess which made you like convert that internship opportunity into an offer?
like basically, as I had mentioned that I'd worked on the Flask project, and I'd learned it quite quickly, like because I had little background knowledge about full stack development, and I'd worked on websites and applications. So picking up the web framework was easier for me, and I completed the entire project smoothly. And hence, I feel that since although I was a newcomer related to Python as well, I'd never worked on Python, but the transition was so smooth and comfortable without many hiccups. So I feel that that's what one of the skills which they must have picked up. Basically, I was able to complete my project smoothly, although it was a new technology for me.
That's great. So it was a smooth experience for you, and you also
Yeah,
did complete the project in deadline. So it is very important to be well organized. It is very important to complete your project in time. And
yeah,
like overall, you had a great experience with JP Morgan. And my
yeah,
last question is, some tips or advice you want to give to the aspirants who are like willing to crack that SD role at JP Morgan
yeah.
and like hoping to get placed at JP Morgan. So what are some of the tips you want to give?
Basically, before that is cracking the interview, as I said, you should always be honest with them regarding especially your technical skills, and you should apply by you should clearly know the role for which you are applying, and basically prepare accordingly. Secondly, after joining, you should always show that you're a keen enthusiast learner, or you always want to learn, or and especially when you're assigned any particular task, you should try and complete it many days before the deadline, so that they can see that you are very active, you are fast, and you're picking up things very quickly. And in general, it also helps you reduce, if you have any stress of deadlines, etc. It really smoothens things out. So I really feel one should always be proactive in everything, being it preparing for the interview or even post joining, working on a particular project.
That's some great piece of advice, Ritvik. And with this, I would like to
Thank you.
conclude the interview. And I want to thank you. A big thanks to you for devoting like time from your busy schedule and coming here and talking about sharing your experience with and experiences with our audience. It was a great interview, and I hope that the people who are watching this interview up till now will learn something from it, and hopefully they'll
Yeah,
crack the
I'm
SD role.
really thankful. Yeah, I'm really thankful to you as well, like providing me a platform and opportunity to share my experience. It really feels good if someone else benefits from your from you by sharing your experience. So really, thank you for
Yeah.
providing me this
That's
platform.
great. And I want to tell you guys that all if you want to get in touch with Ritvik, I'll leave the link to his LinkedIn profile in the description. So please check that out. Reach out to him, ask him questions. He's happy to answer each and every question of yours. And
Yeah.
also Ritvik, when are you like joining JP Morgan? Like when is your joining date?
So yeah, post this COVID crisis, they have informed that we will be joining around 20th August. So yeah, after 10-20 days from today.
After 10-20 days. Okay, so
Yeah,
I want to wish you luck for your future endeavors, and I know that you will do well. Okay,
yeah.
so that was a
Really,
great
really
interview,
thank you.
and yeah, some
Yeah,
last
thank you
words
so
you
much
want to
again.
give to the viewers, like
Yeah, I
some words
mean,
of motivation.
Omkar, this is a really great initiative, and you should continue bring more people from other different types of companies. And everyone, like especially in the coding world, one should never stop. Like I said, always be proactive. Any technology that is developed today, after 3 years, maybe something really new will come, and you should not lag behind. Basically, you should be flexible and accept change. That's what I feel.
So you want to say that one must stay updated with the trending technologies, and one must adapt
Yeah,
to the trending. Yeah,
that's
so that's
really a
great. That's
must.
some
Yeah,
great advice. Yeah, one must do that. One must like stay updated with the trending technologies, because new things
yeah,
keep coming up day by day, and it's
yeah,
important for us to like keep us keep ourselves updated, and like
yeah,
gain more and more knowledge, and with that knowledge one can help the society in a better way.
yeah,
So that's great. So that's great. Your experiences like will help people who are watching this video to learn something and like to upskill themselves. And that was like a great talk with you. So and with this, I would like to conclude with this video. And if you are watching the video up till now, make sure to like the video if you liked it, and share it with want to know about like what is it to be an SDE, software development engineer for JP Morgan, how to crack the interview, and how to get into JP Morgan, and also reach out to Ritvik on LinkedIn. Make sure to subscribe this channel for more episodes with such people from the industry who are there to inspire you. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Keep learning, keep inspiring, keep growing. Thank you.